It's Rock 106.1, Savannah's rock station. Special guest in studio right now. Intimidating gentleman when you first meet him. But, I mean, after talking to you for just a few minutes before we started recording, you are the most intimidating, but also possibly the nicest person we've ever had here inside the Rock 106.1 studios.
I don't get that, man. My wife says that, too. She's like, you got this look about you. I think it's because I grew up in Baltimore.
Yeah.
I walked in Baltimore City, look in my face, you know?
From the rough streets of Baltimore.
From the streets of Baltimore.
Well, Dr. Blasphemy is inside the studios, and you're really the MC of the first annual Savannah Tattoo Arts Festival that's coming this weekend.
Yeah, I tour with the company that's putting this on, Villain Arts. We do shows in cities all over the country. The largest show in the country is done by Villain Arts. And Troy, the owner, decided he wanted to come to Savannah. It's a great city. The
great
growth
choice.
Here is, I mean, you guys are growing so quick. You're like a kid on steroids. and we're going to jump in, man. It's just a great town. It's appreciative of art. We've got a great response on our social media already from it.
Yeah, I mean, just in tattoos in general, I think just the area embraces the lovely art form that is tattooing. And there's so much more that's going on at this festival than just the tattoos. Because we're going to get to tattoos, and I'm sure we'll talk about some of our most regrettable tattoos. I'm going to ask you that question that's coming up. Be prepared. But there's also piercing. There's stuff for the kids. I mean, this is like a family-friendly environment, right?
Right. We totally rebranded it. I mean, for years, these were called tattoo conventions.
Mm-hmm.
And Troy's like, dude, we're not a convention, man. We're more like Ozfest, Lollapalooza, or some stuff like that, you know, like Mullet Fest. You know? We're having fun out here. We're doing all these shows. Let's rebrand as a festival. And it really works because that's the feel when you get in. You walk in the door, there's the big merch table with all the t-shirts and the hoodies on it, and you're surrounded by artists and people smiling and having fun. Kids not running around, but just coming around with their parents and having a blast. And like you say, we have shows. We've got entertainment from all over the country. Here in Savannah this year, for our first year, we decided to bring in the Captain and Maybell. They're from America's Got Talent. They're in 8 different editions of Ripley's, believe it or not. They're featured in museums. Captain Seal is actually going to be in the comic book that's upcoming too.
Okay.
So some great national entertainment. Magic Brian's out of New York. We have a guy from Australia, Alec Gazam.
I saw that's the Daredevil, right?
Yeah, the Daredevil from Down Under. You know, he's a contortionist, juggler, comedian, sexy man, all at once.
That's one of the reasons why I would want to come to the...
I think it's the accent.
it's definitely the accent. Well, now there's some stuff. I mean, it's just not for kids. Obviously, it's a kid-friendly environment, but at night there is it's called No Gimmicks Needed Suspension with Sean O'Hare. I've seen stuff like this in Vegas before, but now that it's here in Savannah, I think it will blow people's minds who've never seen anything quite like it.
Even if you've seen it before. I mean, Sean's done some stuff this year. He's working with Verona Fink, who also does a show with us. We'll talk about her in a moment. But Sean's done some stuff in suspension this year. It's been really cool. People going from their knees and their backs at the same time, and then cutting the cords to the knees and just swinging from the back.
I've seen the new Hellraiser. That's what it kind of sounds like to me.
Oh, man. His lovely other half, Frankie Fixation is her name. She did one about a month ago, I think it was, in Wildwood. We were in Wildwood, New Jersey. In the middle of the suspension, she had 2 that were going through the skin. If you were to bang your arm in like a 90 degree, the skin at the elbow there, she had 2 hooks going in there. One of them started to rip.
No.
So instead of stopping the suspension, she's like, no, don't stop the suspension. Just take the hook out and re-hook me. And you got re-hooked on the floor.
See, that's the dedication to the craft that I love to see.
There's some stuff that it blows my mind. If you go to our website or go to Facebook at Villain Arts on Facebook, we've got a reel section there, and I've posted some suspension reels up there you can check out.
So let's talk about tattoos, because this is the main attraction to the show. Tattoos, you and I both have them. I'm tatted in my completely left arm. Do you have any tattoos that you regret? I mean, is there a tattoo that you're like, yeah, I got that covered up years ago, and it was a rough one?
Absolutely. So I grew up in Baltimore, man. I was just that kid. They were like dead or in jail by the time he was 18. And I didn't either. It was cool. But I had, here it is. When I was a kid, oh God, I took my wedding ring off. Don't tell my wife. I used to have, we were big fans of Motley Crue. Too Fast for Love came out. They followed it up with Shout at the Devil. Theater of Pain hadn't hit yet, so we were still big, avid Motley Crue fans. And my buddy and I, we were like 14 maybe at this point. We're hammered off of Natty Bo,
Of course.
or some other.
Drinking Champions.
Natty
Everyone
Bo,
knows that.
They were passed or something from Baltimore in that area. And we decided we were going to get a tattoo with a pen and Indian ink, and we were going to get sex on our knuckles because Nikki Sixx had sex on his knuckles. I told this story to Nikki Sixx too. He loved it. So we're grinding and we put sex on our knuckles, man. And then years later, I worked undercover doing private detective work and such. And I would, in between my assignments, I would teach elementary school.
Wait, what the hell? Did you just say to me? Are you making it?
No. And I would teach elementary school, and I couldn't go into school teaching, third graders with sex on my knuckles, so I'd have to wear 2 Band-Aids. But every day I would kind of flip them up and switch them around, and every now and then a kid would figure it out. So I eventually had it covered up, But that's probably my most regrettable one. I had sex on my knuckles for about 10 years.
So just to quickly break it down, Dr. Blasphemy, host of this first annual Savannah Tattoo Arts Festival, former elementary school teacher, former undercover
private detective,
and now you're the
Hall
MC.
of Fame radio broadcaster out of Baltimore.
Okay, Hall of Famer. And then you're also just a touring MC of the largest tattoo shows in America.
Yeah, and I do TV too. Ink Master, I've done work with Sons of Anarchy, just all over DC Cupcakes.
You're the ultimate one-upper. I'd be like, dude, I got a chance to meet this rock star. You're like, oh, actually, I stayed at his house. He made me breakfast.
We have a guy named Stretch. We were in Nashville doing a show there, and Pearl Jam's playing across the street, and Stretch is giving a massage to me. He's a massage therapist, and he was like, hey, dude, Pearl Jam's across the street. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. He's, man, I wanted to see you there. I'm like, yeah. Hey, wait a minute. I know the drummer, Dave Cruzen. He's Hall of Fame drummer with Pearl Jam. Let me give him a message real quick, dude. And he's like, no. And I'm like, yeah. Dave was home. He had a different drummer on tour with him this time.
Okay.
It was still kind of cool, You get around in these world. I did the voice for Easy Rider magazine, so I got to meet a lot of the rock bands, and I did a tattoo tour called another tattoo tour. There was a lot of bands on it, and I got to hang out with like Drowning Bull and sing with them and Candlebox and just have a great time.
The life of Dr. Blasphemy.
Man, it's fun. I love it. I'm blessed. I'm God blessed to be doing what I'm doing, man. Got a great wife who lets me do it too.
Yeah, that's a key component to it, because if she wasn't on board, you would.
Oh yeah. The last 3, no, they're gone. They weren't on board. Out of here. This one, she's on board.
4 times a charm, man. As they always say, famous saying.
Oh, we're surprising our daughter. My stepdaughter's coming down this weekend. She just turned 11, and she loves the tattoo convention. She lives for these things, and she's got Friday and Monday off of school in Baltimore. And my wife's picking her up from school today and taking her straight to the airport. She has no idea.
That's awesome,
it's
man.
Gonna be great. It's going to be great to have her in Georgia.
Well, we're the hostess city for a reason. She'll definitely have a great time here. Now, back to the convention real quick. It is happening Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, you're getting a lot more than just a tattoo show. Kids 12 and under are free, and tickets are available right now at villainarts.com. Obviously, we've been hooking people up all week long with these tickets. Now, is there anything special with this show that maybe is not? There's a ton of these tattoo shows. You guys are stopping by in Florida and a few other states. Is there something special maybe to the Savannah show that people should keep their eye out for?
The couple of the Ink Masters that are coming in special for this show. Aaron is from Ink Master, generally tours overseas now. He doesn't do many stateside shows. He's going to be here with us. Ink Master Kyle Dunbar will be here as well.
No Kyle.
Charles and Troy are going to be here from Black Ink Crew. So you're going to have some celebrities and all of us just walking around the city and having fun. You're going to be looking for a good time when you come in there. Look for the unexpected. You're going to come in there with a perception of what you might be getting, and then just walk out with your mind blown.
Now, once again, keep in mind, you can get tattooed there. You definitely 100%. You walk in, the chances to get tattooed are very high. It's kind of up to you.
Yeah, there's a lot of artists. I mean, you can go to the social media and try to book up an artist now on our Facebook or on our Instagram, but you can walk in the room. Artists are taking walk-ups. They want you to come in and get art from them. These are artists that you see in magazines or that you see on TV that you normally wouldn't be exposed to. They're in your city with a bunch of great vendors with artwork and jewelry and everything to accessorize your tattoo lifestyle in this one room for one weekend.
All right, Dr. Blasphemy, thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
I know we're going to hear you loud and many times over this weekend. I plan on stopping by with the wife because my wife and I, we met at a tattoo convention back, I think it was like 2009 in Las Vegas.
Dude, that is amazing.
So we're going to rekindle the love. I don't know how we're just going to make love, I think.
If you want to renew your vows on stage, we'll add it to my list there. I'm also a licensed minister.
I knew you were going to do that.
We can renew
so
you on stage, yeah. So.
All right, guys, you know where you need to go this weekend. It's the Savannah Tattoo Arts Festival Convention Center right there on Hutchinson Island. Go buy your tickets, villainarts.com. Dr. Blasphemy, you're the best.
Thank you, bro.